like Michael Cole is right now on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown, being the voice of WWE, and it's a shame that they really didn't do a whole lot with her character because, like I said, she did a phenomenal amount of work with Melina, she did a lot of work with Kelly, she did a lot of work with JBL, and she was able to elevate them into superstardom, and it's a shame to know that she's gone now, and they never even made reference to her on WWE.com. Usually what they will do is they will post a release statement, either on the part of the wrestler or on the part of the company, and they never even made reference to her being released. The first note that I had of her being released was an article that I read several months back on ProWrestling.com, where they were kind of hinting that Jillian was getting ready to be released by the company, and people were wondering if she was still under contract with the company. And then eventually, a few days ago, I read that she's been released and she's a former diva, and now she's pregnant. So, they don't really make reference to a whole lot of things as much as they used to. I know Triple H at one point kicked up a bit of a stir because WWE.com was digging a bit too much into the wrestlers' personal lives. So maybe that's why. Maybe Triple H has something to do with that. I don't know. But they really don't make reference to a lot of things like they used to, and that kind of left a lot of fans in the dark as it relates to Jillian Hall. And now we know where she is and what kind of position she's in right now in life, and hopefully she's enjoying what she's doing right now, getting ready to have this child, and hopefully going to be after a while returning to the independents, or possibly having a future in TNA, because she's got to support the kids somehow. So hopefully she'll get a job with TNA, or eventually make a return to WWE, and hopefully WWE leaves the door open for Jillian, as they have Caval, a number of other divas, and a number of other wrestlers. Jillian definitely deserves to have a second chance, if anything, to work for WWE or TNA, because she was a phenomenal worker. And as I said at the top of the program here in this week's audio commentary, she was one of those divas that received a substantial amount of hype upon coming to WWE. Before she was even in WWE working on Raw or SmackDown, she was getting a lot of hype and a lot of media attention, because a lot of people were wondering, what direction they were going to take her character in, what kind of role she was going to be playing on Raw or SmackDown. And, over the years, her roles and her gimmicks, they were switched up a little bit. And from speaking with Tank Tolan, from personal experience, I know that her roles were changed up quite frequently. But she was able to work with whatever role she was presented with, and because of that, she stayed with WWE from 2004 right up until about 2010. So she was able to do a whole lot of things for WWE, and she was able to, progress into being one of WWE's most notable divas. And, I think she's going to be missed. I think that people are still going to be going to her social network pages like Facebook and MySpace and Twitter and what have you. I'll never get into that Twitter thing. But I really think that she's going to be missed for the contributions that she gave to this wrestling industry, because she gave a lot in terms of athletic ability, acting, and knowledge to the business. She's up there, I'd say, in the same category as Trish Stratus, being involved with the business over 7 years and having a great deal of knowledge, lending it to the stars of Tough Enough. And I think that she's in the same category, because she was one of the most knowledgeable divas in terms of athletic ability. I don't think there was a wrestling hold in the book Jillian Hall didn't know how to execute. So I think that her absence from World Wrestling Entertainment is going to be unfortunately missed, and I can only wish her the best in her future endeavors. Something that WWE.com, I think, failed to do. They removed her biography and things from WWE.com, but they never even made reference to her release. That's something strange I find about people who are being released from companies like WWE and TNA. Once you're released, your biography and all the information that pertains to you is removed from WWE.com, and immediately, on a lot of different occasions, you're moved to the alumni section. Other times you're probably not even removed. from WWE.com and put in the alumni section, but you're removed from WWE.com so quickly and so effectively, but you're never made reference to. Your release is never acknowledged because I guess you have a bit of mutual hatred, or there's something going on between yourself and the company that results in you not being made reference to once you're released and you no longer work there. You have to be somewhat of a legend, like Trish Stratus status or something, to even get acknowledgement. But I think that Jillian Hall was treated fairly on a lot of different occasions, but other times she was neglected and she wasn't really treated fairly. And I just wish she would have had a better hand dealt to her when it comes to her WWE career, because the years that she spent with this business, I think, will never be forgotten. And I can only wish her the best on the behalf of everyone who listens to this radio program with all the future endeavors and the journeys that her life takes her down. I definitely wish Tank Tolan all the best in the same regard as they prepare to embark on a whole different journey that they've never embarked on before, and that's giving life to a very fortunate young child. Thank you so much for listening to this week's audio commentary. I'm Jonathan Clarke, and you've been listening to HEW Entertainment Variety Radio, where we took a look at the pregnancy of Jillian Hall, the former WWE Divas champion and one of the most notable WWE Divas perhaps in the last decade. Feel free to take part in any of the exclusive features that this website offers while you're here browsing through our website, including HEW Wrestling News Center, an extensive collection of news articles and items from WWE, TNA, and the Independents. All the news items and articles are available for you exclusively in our news center. The Wrestling Theme Music Forum is an extensive collection of music from WWE and TNA. Sign up today, increase our member count, and get access to this exclusive collection of themes. The YouTube video of the day is presented by YouTube.com. It's a piece of footage from WWE or TNA or on the Independents. It's found in the YouTube section of our website and is presented by YouTube.com. Our image center is presented by Photobucket.com. It's also hosted by Photobucket.com, an amazing collection of images from the 70s, 80s, and 90s and present time. Be sure to check it out. Stop by Photobucket.com today for more information. Also, we've got HEW Wrestling Network, your number one source for all your wrestling videos. If you've missed a Raw, a SmackDown, an NXT, a TNA Impact, or a major wrestling pay-per-view, all the footage is available for you exclusively in our videos form, presented by HEW Wrestling Network. The Jonathan Clarke Alumni section features a collection of names that I've worked with and produced over the years. Your name may or not be included in this collection, but it will be over time as the section is updated. The Alumni section spans from 1999 to 2011, 12 years of history. Our fantasy section is constantly updated with the latest storylines coming to you from HEW Entertainment. Also, we have got for you in this corner with Jonathan Clarke our weekly text column, where I talk about an issue or a topic going on in the world of professional wrestling and sports entertainment. In this corner with Jonathan Clarke debuted several years ago and is an extensive look at some of the issues going on in the world of professional wrestling. It's a weekly column. All the columns are archived there for you on our website, so make sure you check that out. Don't forget to sign up for our radio form. It takes about a minute and a half to do so. Once you have completed your registration, you can get access to past audio commentaries and interviews, including this one, in downloadable format when they become available. Make sure you complete your registration today and get exclusive access to our radio form, heard weekly on HEW Entertainment's official website. And don't forget to take part in our weekly poll. The weekly poll poses a question about an issue or a story going on in the world of professional wrestling in WWE, TNA, or on the Independents. Our weekly poll, the results can be seen on our website, so make sure you check that out. And don't forget to download a copy of the press release and pick up a copy of the newsletter, which are also exclusive to this website. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to download this week's audio commentary. As always, stay safe no matter where you are in this world, and I'll see you next week when I once again shed some light on what's going on in the world of professional wrestling and sports entertainment. This show is heard on the official radio form of HEW Entertainment, weekly on the official website of HEW Entertainment, which can be accessed through any major search engine such as Google or Yahoo. On that note, this week's edition of HEW Entertainment Variety Radio is over, and we will see you next week. I'm Jonathan Clarke. Thanks for listening.
We have our heading.
Here we go!
From the magic within our hearts to the adventure beyond the horizon, there is only one
Jonathan Clarke.
When something takes place in the world of professional wrestling, you know where to go. WrestleZone.com. WrestleZone.com. Covering all the latest breaking news daily. Interactive forums where you can chat with thousands of other wrestling fans. Exclusive editorials and audio features by some of today's top wrestling superstars. Exclusive video content. Weekly polls. Live play-by-play coverage of every WWE and TNA pay-per-view. And now, featuring WrestleZone Radio, live with news, in-depth discussions, debates, and interviews with wrestling's top stars, past and present. When you think wrestling, think WrestleZone. WrestleZone.com.
He considers himself God's gift to wrestling, and millions of his faithful agree. With nearly 4 hours of footage and exclusive commentary and matches, this DVD chronicles Daniel's rise from Chicago's Windy City Wrestling to the Asylum in Nashville, and finally to the top of TNA. TNA Home Video presents Heaven Sent, Hell Bound, the best of Christopher Daniels. Available at most retailers and TNAWrestling.com.
Hey, you right there, the one listening to this show. While you're tuning into this broadcast,